Okay, so today I will talk about do the debriefing with you about three things. Okay, one it will be the quiz. Okay, which is chapter 5.1, and second one it will be 5.2 quiz. Okay, and also the science journal. Okay, 5.2. So in this case, maybe let us quickly have a look on the answer first. Okay, so now. For the performance of this 5.1 quiz is very poor. So in this case, please do the correction once you finish watching the videos. Okay. First of all, okay, the law of this one, it is what we call the conservation. Now, not conversation. Okay, conversation. I'm now talking with you. This is conversation. Conservation. In Cantonese we call it 恒定,守恒. Okay, the law of conservation of energy. Okay, states that okay, the total amount of energy before the conversion is always the same as the uh, after the conversion. Okay, so in this case, it will be conserved. Okay, the total amount of energy it will be conserved or conservation. Okay, so next, a flag is raised. Okay, so therefore there is certain energy of the flag, it will be increased. Okay, raised meaning that it will be going upward, going upward. So if it's going upward, then in this case, it would be the potential energy of the flag will be increased. The potential energy of the flag will be increased. Next, an electric fan will change, okay, the energy from certain energy to another certain energy. So in this case, it would be from the electrical energy to, okay, what we call the kinetic energy. Okay. Next, okay, a spring gain, okay, a certain type of energy when it is stretched. It would be the potential energy when it is stretched. Okay. So a drum is hit, okay, bum 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 bum. Okay. So in this case, okay, what types of energy is changed to another type of energy? It would be the kinetic energy. It will be changed to the sound energy. Okay. Next, okay, a chef is cooking on a gas stove. So therefore, there is something that stored inside the gas fuel is converted. It will be the chemical energy stored in the gas fuel, and it is converted to, okay, what we call the light or thermal energy and thermal or light energy. Now, I do not accept heat energy because heat energy, it is not a proper scientific terms for us to mention it if you are a secondary school student. So therefore, if you mention heat energy, sorry, no mark will be given for that. So this would be the end of the debriefing of quiz chapter 5.1. Okay, so yeah. So in this case, if you have done or finished correction, then in this case, we will move on to the quiz on 5.2. Okay, so now we will move on to chapter 5.2 quiz. Okay, so now again, the performance for this part is not that satisfied. So in this case, maybe let us quickly go through each answer. So please do the corrections when I go through the answer with you. So it will be from the hotter part to a colder part, okay, of the object, which is the conduction. Okay, so for conduction, okay, it would be from the hotter parts of an object to a colder part of an object. So next, okay, and apart from that, it will be also from a hotter object to a colder object. when they are in contact. Okay, so that means they are touching with each other. Okay. Next, metal, they are the good conductors. Okay, conductors of heat, while the non-metals, they are good insulator of heat. Now, many of you have you will only mention, oh, they are the conductor of heat when you are answering the question. Now, remember, it is important for you to mention they are good conductor of heat. They are good insulator of heat, because I don't know whether you are mentioning they are good or poor. So this is important that you need to mention about good or poor. Okay, because if you mention it is poor conductor, then meaning that it is a good insulator. So therefore, it is very tricky for this part. Okay. Now next, for convection. Now normally convection, it will occurs in liquid and also the gas states. The thermal energy, actually, it will be transferred upward, okay, by the movement of the liquid and or also the gas itself, okay? So it is affected by the position. For example, maybe if I try to place, okay, the flame, okay, from on maybe to the left side of the, I mean, left lower corner, then in this case, the water will be moved from the left lower corner upward and then to the right one. But then if I change it into right lower corner, then in this case, the uh, 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 water, it will move upward and then goes leftward. So the convection current is affected by the position of the heat source. So one of the example you can see over here. Now we have provide a hot, maybe a flame, okay, over here. So in this case, the hot water, actually it will be go up. The hot water, it will be go up. Now then, okay, it will goes to the two sides, the hot water. But then the cold water will replace the moved hot water. So in this case, the cold water will be move in to replace the hot water, and it will heat up again, heat up again, heat up again. And this is how the convection current will look like, okay, when, okay, we are heating a water, if it is heated in this way, or if the position of the heat source is in this way. Next, radiation, okay, occurs in any space, including what we call the vacuum. Now, it is important that it is W, okay? So many of you spell it incorrectly. So in case you spell it incorrectly, then in this case, because I've already reminded you lots of time, so you need to copy for 10 times, okay? Thermal energy is then transferred directly from the heat source towards to the object. So normally the dull and dark colored objects, they are better absorber and emitter of radiation than the shiny and light colored object. Okay, but I do not accept whites, because actually shiny, it is the best one, okay, for to serve as what we call a poor absorber and emitter. Okay, so in this case, the heat transfer process, it could be either conduction or radiation, because both of them, they can be occur in both solid, liquid, and also the gas state, okay, which is also the same for the lower one. But just the middle one, it is a must for us to write down. It would be the convection. Okay, so this would be the end of the debriefing of the quiz. 5.2. Okay, so this serves as a revision for you to relate to both 5.1 and also 5.2. Okay, so if no any other question, then in this case, we will move on to the science journal. Okay,